And whole like girl power and girl's girl and I'm a girl's girl. It's so fake. It's so fake. Why is there girl code, girl this when you guys are the first to throw each other under the bus if you're both after the same guy? It's fake. Girls only show girl code if they don't see them as a threat. The moment that girl is a threat in any way, shape or form, girl code goes out the window, the gloves are off. Feminism nonsense.
Is female attractiveness and sexuality the ultimate commodity in our society?
Sadly, and women have realized that very quickly. Women are starting to realize that in order to get a man to invest in you, to marry you, to have that kind of home, gone are the days where he's looking for somebody that will just treat you well and be loyal to you. They are willing to sacrifice that in order to be with a woman who looks great and knows how to perform sexually. Measuring stick which men use to invest in a woman is how much she pleases him sexually. So the good women, or the women that are not so sexually averse or not so attractive, are just thinking, I don't stand a chance really, because even unattractive men can replace women with pornography, but unattractive women don't have a way of replacing men. So they suffer, and or they might turn to surgeries and fillers and all that sort of stuff. So being an unattractive woman is a really difficult time to be alive for them. I think a lot of people talk about how hard it is for men that can't get women, but no one mentions how difficult it is for women who can't get men. They do exist. There's this kind of rumor online that every woman can have sex if she wants it. It's not that easy. If you're an unattractive woman, men would rather turn to porn than be with you. So she has it way harder than an unattractive man, because if he really wants to pleasure himself, he can do that himself.
I've heard you say one of the most interesting things I've heard, I think ever on this topic, is that particularly attractive women are almost a different species than your average woman.
They go through life with a completely different experience, and it's not all negative. There's a lot of perks to it, but the main kind of ramification of being beautiful, you're a commodity or you're a threat. One or the other. You polarize people. People are never neutral to a beautiful woman. You can never just see a beautiful woman and she just walks past you and you're neutral. You can do that with average women. Neutral. And then she has to earn your either respect or disrespect. She has to do something to cause that reaction in you. As a beautiful woman, you can do absolutely nothing, and you can incite intense hatred in either men and women, mainly women, but even men. They might see a really beautiful woman and intensely start to criticize her, so that they almost kind of skip the rejection part. Unconsciously, they're rejecting her before she can reject them. So they might say things like, oh, she wears so much makeup. It's their way of unconsciously kind of diminishing her before she has the chance to do that to them. Or they'll be hyper positive about her. So there might be men who really put her on a pedestal. There might be women who want to be just like her. And either or is just not a fair place to be in. So the beautiful women either over-identify with being beautiful, make that their entire personality and go down that career. If they're trying not to make that their career, not make that identity, they suffer in the form of vacuous relationships and a lot of negativity from same sex.
That's what I see. If I post a video of a particularly attractive female, or even a man who's attractive, the comments will be crueler than anything you'll ever see.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
oh, you're going to hit the wall. Let's see what she looks like in 10 years.
I would imagine if I was severely overweight or considerably older or whatever and saying the exact same thing, I might still attract hate, because I know what I talk about is quite controversial. But I doubt the hate would be directed to my appearance. Whereas the way I stand at the moment on social media, I'm not trying to be negative. There's lots of beautiful comments and lots of very nice things that are said to me, but I went into social media with zero kind of expectation that any appearance talk would be it, because that's not what I came here for. But it still becomes a focus.
It's hard for attractive women also to make friends. So many of them that I've met, if they do have friends, they're not competitive. A very unattractive female would be friends with a particularly attractive one.
Yeah, it has to be a woman that genuinely is happy in her own circumstance, and there is zero competitiveness. But if there's even one thing that she sees in your life that she wants, and that could just be male attention, it could be the appreciation you get from other people, it could be anything. Unfortunately, the relationship starts to deteriorate from the inside out, and it's very difficult. Guys always say, oh, men and women can't be friends. If you're an attractive woman, if you don't have any male friends, you're going to suffer in the form of very competitive female friends. So you're going to be very lonely. You're going to have to find friends somewhere. I find the whole movement of being a feminist and whole like girl power and girl's girl and I'm a girl's girl, it's so fake. It's so fake. Like, the reality is, why is there girl code, girl this when you guys are the first to throw each other under the bus if you're both after the same guy, or if you see someone who's more attractive? It's fake. Girls only show girl code, are only like supporting other girls if they don't see them as a threat. The moment that girl is a threat in any way, shape or form, girl code goes out the window. There's never girls supporting girls. The gloves are off. So that's why I've never bought into this whole like feminism nonsense.
Yeah, men don't really do that.
No, they don't do this boy
So if you see a
code.
guy at the gym who's really changed his body, looks really great, you'll be like, dude, you look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And you just congratulate him on what he's accomplished.
And if there is a jealousy, it turns into a healthy competition, or the
Yeah.
jealousy is more competitive. It's like if they're
need
playing
more-
basketball, it's like a form of motivation.
Yeah, it's inspiration.
Yeah, I know, but it's an evolved trait. It's definitely an evolved trait because essentially we had to rely on men for survival. We couldn't hunt and gather ourselves. And the more women there would be in his world, the more unlikely we are to survive and get food and resources for our children. So we'd naturally see other women as threats. And the quickest way to kind of reduce that threat is to either undermine her beauty or undermine her chastity and suggest she's highly promiscuous. So those are usually the two routes women go for when they're trying to attack a woman.
A lot of envy out there.
Yeah, there's a lot, unfortunately.